So let's proceed with another chapter. Rather, it's not a chapter. I have been mistaken. We'll call it out page number wise. So we were done with page number 34 last day till here. Now we're gonna continue with page 35. Avni, when spawn. Nobody is an hour late to a party unless it has to do with being or trying to be fashionable. Mumbai traffic. In Aman's case, this would be an unacceptable excuse since he lived and worked somewhere in the neighborhood. I stalked him, so I know. No reason for judgment here, please. Another party. He didn't want to leave it to come to a humble bookstore happy hour with 9 people and limited alcohol, which is irrelevant because he doesn't drink. Maybe his date is late. Martin drawled. I flipped him the finger and rolled my eyes. Why are you getting so worked up, Annie? Ria said. It's not even a date. You can just text him your apology or DM him on Instagram. You have stalked him already. Martin and Ria high-fived on that. I rolled my eyes. Who even high-five anymore? It's not 2002. I walked over to the makeshift bar to join Maya, pausing on the way to steal a glance at the road outside to see if I could catch sight of Aman. What if he saw the closed sign outside the main entrance and thought he had been pranked? Should have told him the secret party had a backdoor entry, right? Right. Maya was sitting on a stool looking at her phone. She was the least dramatic among the present company, especially in matters of the head and heart. She had started her design studio all on her when she was just 19 and was now considered one of the city's top graphic designers. She spent her days being the boss bitch at her studio and her nights being a reckless tucked away in her swanky four-bedroom apartment on Carter Road, painting canvases that sold like hotcake at high-profile exhibitions. She was the wise elder in our little group of three strange women. The first time I had met her at a pottery class, I was struggling to get my clay to not wobble off the wheel. She was sitting next to me already having finished molding 2 plates and 1 pot and offered to help. She didn't speak much, but there was something so warm and calming about her that I found myself wanting to spend more time by her side. By the end of the class, we had exchanged Instagram handles, and now, a year later, Maya was not just a close friend but also one of my biggest inspiration. He'll come if he wants to, she said in her calm voice without looking up from her phone. Stop acting like he's the first guy you have ever seen. I am not, I snapped. I came over to spend time with you. Her eyes met mine as she picked up her drink and squeezed my arm. Desperate in a horrible look on you. The spirit is a horrible look on you, Annie. You are gorgeous. Now finish your cocktail and say that to yourself. She slipped her elbow through mine. She slipped her elbow through mine. He downed our pina coladas. Martin really needs to name his cocktail as well as he makes them. And had just begun to raise our empty glasses to each other when a familiar scent hit me in the face like a saucepan. Aftershave. I turned on cue. There he was, looking different from what I had seen him earlier in the day. His hair was wet, which meant he had just showered, which meant he had come from home. So 10 points. He had shaved for tonight, which counts as effort, so another 10 points. As he wasn't dressed in his usual suit and tie, instead He had on impeccable dark blue jeans that hugged everything the way they deserved to be hugged, a pair of black ones Snickers, and wait for it, a black button down shirt that fitted him like it was stitched after he had worn it. It had fluffy collars that fell neatly on each side. The fabric stretched across his broad shoulder and slid down his biceps, wrinkling ever so slightly when his arms moved. He located Martin first and shook hands with him. He had casually folded the sleeves right above his elbow, showing just enough forearms for me to let out a quick breath before allowing my eye to track the veins on the back of his palm when he lifted his hand to lightly touch his collar. But my gaze automatically stopped en route at the slit of his shirt on his chest, where the second button lay casually open, revealing rough strands of hair. Rough strands of hair. Aren't we easy? What does it take, really? Just some forearms and chest hair? Spicy. Annie, Maya interrupted the distinctly illegal turn my thought had begun to take. Go on. She nudged in his direction and then pulled me back by my shirt sleeves to say, behave, okay? Be nice. Aman, Avni and her virgin. Look who's finally here. We weren't worried at all that you would ditch us. Martin yelled over the music when he caught my eye. I laughed. Looks like I'm late, I said, walking over to the coffee bar, which had transformed into a regular bar for the happy hour, and at which Martin was mixing the cocktail. It's a bookstore, happy hour, dude. All you missed were painfully nerdy discussions about these bookworms' favorite editions. What can I get to you? How about a watch? I heard a familiar voice say and turned. There she was. Hey, I said. You are late. She tilted her head to one side. I know. I apologize sincerely. Got caught up with work and lost track of time. Let me make it up to you. What are you drinking? Oh, we don't get to decide what we drink here, she said. She said, taking a step towards me. Friday are for Martin to practice his cocktail making skills, and we are his guinea pigs. The menu tonight has his newest concoction, the pina colada. What? I laughed, shaking my head. As I leaned in to give her a hug, she stood on tiptoe and said softly into my ears, you must try one. And feel free to leave whatever tip you think appropriate if you like it. We are saving up for Martin's bartending school. I nodded and called out to the Martin, I'll have 2 pina coladas, one without alcohol, please. I scanned the room as we waited for Martin to make our drinks. There were 2 girls and a guy standing at the other end of the billing counter, who I assumed were friends of Avni's because they were checking me out in a way only a girl's closest friends can. Like they knew about me. Had Avni asked them to size me up and share their opinion about me later. I smiled and waved to them. One of the girls turned away immediately like she had been caught stealing, and other waved back. The guy did not do either. He just stood. He just stood there, staring in no particular direction. Looked like Martin had made his drink slightly stronger than everyone else. Here we go. One pina colada for Avni and one for her virgin, Martin announced. She swatted his arm and I pursed my lips to hide a smile. I mean, a virgin pina colada for Aman. Enjoy. Martin chimed and walked away towards the group at the billing counter. I took the 2 glass and dropped 2,000 rupees notes into the tip jar. Cheers, I said. I clinked my glass with hers and took a sip. You like? She asked. I love, I replied. She paused, then looked up at me. Listen, she said. I wanted to apologize for the other day. What day? The music seemed to have been turned up, and I found myself practically shouting into her ears. What? She said loudly, leaning towards me. What day? I repeated. The day I snapped at you. You snapped at me? We were not blowing at each other? Yeah. When you asked me about my favorite rock band, oh, that's okay, I deserve it. The nerd comment wasn't very nice either. I'm sorry, she yelled. I'm sorry too, I yelled back. It's okay, thanks for coming today. Whoever has plugged their phone into a boxy speaker of the store really needed to calm it down. What? Thanks for coming. Only you could make me come. Someone chose that very moment to turn down the music, and I froze. Martin stopped mixing drinks. The group at the billing counter stopped talking. All eyes turned to me. From the corner of my eye, I saw Avni staring straight ahead in stunned silence. God damn it, I meant I had no plans of stepping out this weekend, but I could not come and see you tonight. I managed to blunt one. That's how I was planning to end the sentence. I added to the room at large. Avni seemed to relax. She batted her eyelids at me dramatically, a smile dancing on the corner of her lips, and waited for me to say something more. My look at you kids taking this conversation to third base. Very hot. Martin broke the silence. Come, Aman, he said, stressing on the word for effect. You said meet the rest of the gang. Avni picked up her drink and started walking away, but stopped mid step, turned around to look at me, and said, I can't make you come if you don't move. When I move, you know. I laughed and followed her. She really was something else.